He has allowed limited access to scouts from other NFL teams, that according to ESPN. RC, do you appreciate this pettiness by Bill Belichick?
Ask you a question. Why are we calling it petty?
Bruh.
Why is that petty?
Because it's specific to New England and
no, she said limited access to everybody.
But specific to New England that they have
denied versus
correct.
Limited.
Their scouts
denied.
cannot watch practice at all.
Did you watch North Carolina play? He saved the scouts some time.
He's stupid.
That is not Bill being petty. What Bill is saying is these guys at this moment actually don't deserve your evaluation.
Stop it.
I would actually like for you not to come. I don't want y'all to see what I got to deal with right now. I'm actually questioning if I'm still Bill Belichick right now at North Carolina. So let me get my guys right before you come in. Bill is not being, hey, you know what Drake once said?
No.
Well, you know what he said?
Maybe with it.
He wasn't hiding his child from the world. He was hiding the world from his child.
Yeah.
That's what Bill is doing.
So
protection.
I want to be respectful here. I think this is stupid. And I think it's wrong. One, you're hurting your players. Like if I'm a kid there, I want to get recruited I want to have the chance to go to the NFL. Part of the process is you coming to evaluate me. Part of the process is you coming to see me at practice and whatnot. The only way you have to call, I think, like a special assistant to a personal player director to have a conversation about me. Or if I'm a recruit. I'm a recruit. And RC, you know this. Like, if you're a high school football player, I think most high school football players that are really good want to go play in the SEC. Specifically, if you're down in that part of the country, they want to play in the SEC. And the second thing is they want to go to the NFL. If I'm a high school recruit, part of me can sit there and go, like, it's not going to impact you that much. But part of me goes, how can I truly believe that? Like, if I'm a high school recruit and you don't allow NFL scouts to come watch me practice?
He is, just not New England. Stephen A., why do you think Bill did this? Because RC tried to spin it, but
I was just having fun.
I know. What do you think?
I don't care. Did you watch North Carolina last week?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, last Monday? They were horrible. I am sitting here marveling over the fact that scouts actually were interested in watching them.
Come on, man.
They were awful. Awful. There's no way around this.
Was that talent or was that more coaching?
Look, y'all. It was listen, Bill Belichick is a 6-time champion as a head coach, an 8-time champion overall. And after watching that, he had us wondering we had us looking at this what's been going on the last 4 years in New England since Tom Brady departed. Your last 4 years there. I mean, instead of reminding, Tom Brady went out of his way to remind us, look, man, I ain't winning this by myself. My teammates were great. My coach was great. I couldn't have won these championships without Bill Belichick. Reminding everybody that no matter how great you think he is, there was a reason that coach. And I was on the air before North Carolina played, reminding everybody, respect that man. There's a 6-time champion as a head coach. I'm not saying that.
How much of it even falls on Bill, though?
I'm just saying, when they're that bad, think about this. We understand literally. You're going to go watch them. You're going to go scout them. But damn, after that performance, the story, it didn't come out before the season began. They're saying, in other words, like, after that performance last Monday, you didn't want the New England Patriots watching you. Why should he want them watching them?
So I will say this, because I was clowning.
I know.
Every NFL team should have the same amount of access.
I agree. So
to me, that's the only pettiness.
Right.
The limited access sounds like Bill Belichick to me. If you listen to everything about the way the New England Patriots were ran, they were ran differently than other organizations. And it felt like everything that Bill Belichick did, it had a meaning to it. It had a reasoning to it. If part of the reasoning is I need these players to be better to earn that opportunity, I need these players to be better to see more scouts on the sidelines, more scouts at practices, more scouts at scrimmages. They're going to have to show me that they are worthy of that, or I have to do a better job to develop them to that. I understand that. The problem for me is the New England Patriots, no matter how it shook out in the end, gave you 2 decades of employment and an opportunity to become the greatest coach that has ever been.
Right.
And you owe them the exact same amount of respect, if not more, than every other team in the
1,000%
NFL.
agree.
And
1,000% agree.
and that's the point. And also, again, I'll go back to, like, if I had a son, I would want to make sure that, like, my son's getting seen by everybody possible. And so if there's a organization, I do think it's going to impact recruiting. That's my point. I'd also say this: Vrabel's now the head coach, his ex-player. You're hindering his potential ability to go have a successful run.
No disagreement whatsoever. I'm just telling you that after watching them play last Monday, somebody, and I'm not talking about me, meaning me on First Take, I'm talking about a fan watching it. With the first thought that came to our mind was, why the hell is somebody there scouting them right now? They need to get better before they want scouts to see them. That's how bad their performance was.
It was, and I think, and there was a time on the sideline, I read Bill's lips, and he says, "What are we doing?
What are we doing?"
And I thought to myself, exactly, right? Because you are Bill Belichick, and there's supposed to, in my mind, there's supposed to be something that you have, a level of knowledge and experience that when you walk into North Carolina, you make players better, you make the team better simply by what you know. And we didn't see that against TCU. We didn't see effort against TCU.
Yeah.
We didn't see tackling in the open field. Some of the things that you can work on, the minute details. Wasn't like Jayden Daniels running the football versus Florida when he went for 250.
Yeah.
Those things are not the same. I don't care what this little vest you wear on top of your nipples say. And what I hate about it is I think Arch Manning is going to be a really good quarterback.
Right.
I think Arch Manning is talented. I love that he got dog in him. But generational talent is different. Who are generationally talented quarterbacks to you?
I mean, present day or college kids?
If you go present
Like in
day,
the NFL?
In the NFL. Who's a
Lamar.
He ain't Lamar.
I'm not saying he's Lamar,
But it's the other thing, though. The people you're comparing him to, right? Like, let's just talk about the people you're comparing him to. You know what Lamar Jackson had by this point in college? A Heisman.
But Lamar played a lot more. He had stopped.
Because he was that good.
RC, Lamar's first start, he went 9 of 20 with a pick.
This is third start. Stop saying it's
Against
his
a
third.
real opponent.
It's his third.
Against a real opponent.
And also, too.
Okay,
it's
so
his
we can go
third year in college.
But he hasn't played bowling.
Because you know why? Because if you're Trevor Lawrence and you're a transcendent generational quarterback talent, Kelly Bryant can be the incumbent starter, take you to the college football playoff. You can only have played okay. And Dabo Swinney could go, you are so damn talented, Kelly Bryant got to sit on the bench. You can have Spencer Rattler, who was the Heisman frontrunner going into the season, who was a projected first-round pick. And you could have Caleb Williams, and it could be mid-season, and you say, no, he's too good. I can't keep him on the bench. Quinn Ewers,
Okay.
a seventh-round pick,
Kept him on the bench.
kept him on the bench for 2 years.
But you and I both know we're in a very different era when it comes to that with NIL. Quinn Ewers was making a lot of NIL money.
Not more than him.
Not last year, yes he was.
Not more than him.
Yeah, last year, yes he was. NIL matters. So like that point of play behind or whatnot, that does matter. If he's not a generational talent, then who is? And how are we measuring it? Because we can't sit there and go, because the way the first start on the road.
There's very few of them. I think there's less than what you think. I think John Elway was a generational talent. I think Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. I don't think Tom Brady, I don't think Drew Brees, I don't think Peyton Manning are generational talents. I think Andrew Luck ended up being a generational talent. I don't think there's a ton of them out there.
But so then what? Then how does one, in your eyes, be a generational talent? Because there's not a lot of difference.
Production. Let me chime in here because I love the argument back and forth between y'all. I ain't trying to get in the way of it.
got it.
Here's the reality. The operative word here is. Do you believe Arch Manning is a generational talent? He could be, but he's not.
Why not?
Not yet. What have you seen